sponsored by... Stop before you dig. Call Digger's Hotline first. Call 3 business days before you dig. It's the law. It's completely free and it's for your safety. Know what's below before you dig. It's your responsibility. Call Digger's Hotline or visit them at diggershotline.com. When it comes to gardeners, we all are looking for additional ways to expand the area in which we grow our produce. Ask any gardener and they wish they could have double the size that they have and still would be out of room. We're going to take a look at several ways in which you can expand ideals for your growing situations. One is these pop-up raised beds from rootmaker.com. This one's 2 foot wide by 4 foot long by 12 inches high. We certainly have not filled it 12 inches high because we don't want it when it rains the water to cascade over the top and push out soil. That has our carrots growing in it. Next to it is a makeshift 2x4 raised bed. 2x4, the boards are only technically 1.5 by 3.5 inches, and this would not be something you would want to do for a tomato plant, pepper plant, something of that nature. These are cocktail onions, which at maturity will get a bulb about the size of a ping pong ball or golf ball size, maybe a little smaller. So the depth here is not a concern to us. We have placed a piece of cardboard underneath, and this is just setting on normal, regular soil. On the other side is a ring that came off a swivel chair. I removed it. It's about 6 inches in height, and it also contains cocktail onions. So use items in which you have, and it makes a nice circular decorative raised bed for our cocktail onions. Another advantage to expanding your growing area is containers, whether they're small containers or large containers, or in this instance, grow bags. These are 3 60-gallon grow bags. They're 3 foot diameter by 15 inches high, and we've only filled them about 10 inches. We've got radishes that we'll harvest in a few weeks, plant something else in there, beets, as well as large bulbing onions. So this works very well, and the nice thing about these grow bags is the white canvas coating on the outside. It's actually temperature controlled, and it doesn't overheat the internal portions of the grow bag and burn the roots like other grow bags can do. These come in a variety of sizes from 1 gallon all the way up to 60 gallon, and they work really, really well for adding new soil and having a bed that has good loose soil for crops that you may have challenges with, like we do with onions. Here is our 4x4 raised bed, say sister to the 2 foot by 4 foot bed that you saw earlier. This has Swiss chard, spring turnips, and beets in. This makes a great raised bed for anybody that has a patio, porch, deck, or area in which you don't want to dig, can't dig, or other reasons, and it works very well. Fill it with compost, potting soil, something of that nature, what works best for you, and it'll work very, very well. Other things that you can use is Rubbermaid containers. We've got our rhubarb in it that we have overwintered outdoors this past winter, which is said that you're not supposed to do and can't do. That works very well. And we have a variety of other grow bags growing leaf lettuce and radishes, and even just the traditional plastic container that's got a romaine in. So it's a very versatile ideal with container gardening. It just doesn't have to be what you would traditionally think as a terracotta pot. There's a lot of versatility and a lot of creativity when it comes to that. Now let's look at a makeshift raised bed that can be put together very easily. Another way to create more space is simply by making a homemade raised bed. This is a friction fit bed, which we have different diameter, 1 by 6 and a 1 by 8 here. We've put stakes in the ground and then backfilled, and it's off the foundation of the garage here. Now this is only about 4 or 5 inches, but we have spinach growing on that end, and we have more of those cocktail onions growing on this end. So it's another way. It's only about 1 foot wide and about 15 foot long. It's another way to get more produce out of a very small area. When it comes to expanding, you got to think creatively. Now we'll look at one more raised bed. This is a raised bed made by 2x6s, 2x8s, you can go 2x10s or 12s from artofthegarden.net. They're called embraces, and the lumber just drops right in, your pre-cut lumber from your lumber center or home improvement store, and you just drop it right in, no fasteners needed. This is about a 13 square foot bed, simply because that is the dimensions of the lumber we had in our storage area in the attic, so we brought it down, we made a bed out of it. This has big bulbing onions we backfilled and with certified leaf compost. But these are a variety of different ways in order to expand your garden if you do not have enough space in the garden. And another way is you can also use straw bales as another container or device. So hopefully this expands your thinking and maybe get a little bit more planted this year.
For more information, please visit thewisconsinvegetablegardener.com.